Welcome back to the series of videos comparing Miro to Mural. Have you ever felt like time is running out in your online session? There is a little tool to keep track of time in both Miro and Mural, and in this episode we will compare the two and we will look into some of those features. Again, in Miro, that timer is in this little menu at the bottom. In April 2021, Miro updated their timer feature to bring it up to par with Mural. Miro used to allow anyone, any guest with whom you share the board, to stop the timer. That obviously was quite a bit of a problem. They fixed that since then, and now only the board owner or members of the team should be able to stop the timer. They're doing a decent job at keeping their pages update, so I'll put a link in the show notes to where to look into the Miro documentation about permissions for timer features. The timer now has also a pick music, which is a feature that Mural does not have yet. Picking a music allows that music to play not just on your side, but also on whoever is listening. They can stop the music if they want. Like mentioned earlier, now only board editors or the owner can stop this timer. So we see the timer scrolling, we see this nice animation that is going downwards towards the end of the time. It says who set that timer. As the board owner, as the person that started the timer, we can also add the extra minute or even 5 minutes. So that is pretty useful when the time is running out. We can just click on that. When the time is up, a little sound will play on all participants and a little message will display that the time is up. Mural is up at the top. There's again a timer option. You do a similar thing. You can also mute the sound, so you can decide that you don't want that funny noise at the end, and then you start the timer. If I share this, I see the timer running and I cannot stop it. I mean, the other thing that you can do in Mural is, if you're collaborating with other facilitators, collaborate on the timer. So if I'm working with other facilitators in Mural, they can edit, start, stop the timer, add time as well. So Mural also has this other feature, like add another minute. You feel like you're running short, add a minute, add 5 minutes. We will look at permissions in a separate video, but I want to show you that if I log in as Enrico, which is a member of my space, I just by default, I cannot stop the timer. But over here on the left, where I'm the Mural owner, I can set the other Enrico to be a facilitator. And look, on the right hand side, it just changed immediately. So now I can start, stop the timer, I can do whatever else the facilitator is doing, as well as the voting session that a regular user cannot start, but that a facilitator can, and the private mode that we will watch in a separate video. Also, when the time is running out, we get that message. So I'm gonna simulate that and just set a 20 seconds timer. We will see, well, we probably won't see it, but usually we get a reminder, hey, the time is running out, do you wanna add another minute? So the facilitator gets that message, which I think is pretty useful. At the end, we will hear a sound or something going off, which is a nice reminder. I've used this. So I've used this also as a reminder in larger groups that, hey, we're about finished with this session. The next session is about to start. So yeah. So to sum it up, Miro and Mural are now pretty on par with their timer feature. Miro added the +1 minute, +5 minutes. It also stopped guests from stopping the timer, which was definitely not helping when you're facilitating large groups. So it now has the same kind of feature sets. On top of that, it also added that little music, which some people might like. So very similar tools, very useful when we're facilitating online so that we can give a hint to the group about the time left in their activities. They can also be used for larger open spaces as a reminder of how much time is this session scheduled to last. And the little music that comes at the end, the little sound, can be just like a bell reminder that there is something else coming up. Mural permissions are still outstanding. The fact that they have a facilitator and not just an editor adds another layer to the permissions so that we can have team members, but we can still decide who's the facilitator and who's not. I bet that Miro will play catch up with this in the following months. So keep using and keep letting us know how you're using those timers, and keep an eye out for both Mural and Miro updates as they evolve in the coming months. Thank you for watching.